Ladies and gentlemen, American jury and Bulldog Nation, welcome to the Eric Deters Show. Well, the ceasefire is holding. Trump told Israel to turn around those planes. They were going to go on another bombing mission. This is an extraordinary accomplishment of President Trump. All right, NATO. He is at a big conference in NATO being hosted by the Netherlands King and Queen, and it's going really well. Trump's answering all questions that are asked of him. He's having good meetings. NATO is increasing their defense funds up to 5%, except Spain. But Trump, it's so funny because Joe Biden acted like, we're back, America's back. Trump is like the world leader now. The United States, represented by Donald Trump, we are back on top now. Sorry, Joe. All right, the damage to the Iran. Much discussed about this. There's a link that comes out from the State Department or the Defense Department. There's an actual preparation of a memo, then it's leaked, how that's interpreted. Rubio's going nuts, saying it's a bunch of crap. Witkoff's going nuts. Hegseth's going nuts. Trump's going nuts. And guess who's admitted the devastating effect to their Iranian nuclear facilities? Iran. Iran. And you know what's so funny about it is one thing we know for 1,000% certain. We, along with Israel, have really hurt and harmed the Iranian nuclear facilities. And what's so sad about it is, just think about how messed it up is. Joe Biden and Barack Obama helped build those facilities. That's messed up. All right, Carmelo Anthony, not the basketball player, the young killer, has been indicted for murder. His lawyer says he's going to argue self-defense. Yeah. A shove, if it even happened, by a football player means, yeah, you can kill a guy. No, not happening. Jeb Bush and Donald Trump has exchanged nice pleasantries. Bush supported the hit on Iran. So nice. Trump was gracious in the receiving of the compliment. Trump impeachment votes goes down the tubes. There was like 160 Democrats that voted with the Republicans. Neera Tanden is one of the people that had access to the auto pen, and she testified before a committee yesterday. This is fascinating stuff. Something I caught. Said she had limited interactions with Biden, described an approval process that left her in the dark about who specifically was giving final approval on the decisions. I mean, it is like, you know what they're going to do? Nobody knows. It's going to be a mystery. Nobody knows. Trump dropped an F-bomb. It was great. He was frustrated about Iran and Israel maybe screwing up the ceasefire, and he just let it drop because they don't know what the F they're doing. It was a beautiful moment. I want to remind everybody, sometimes an F-bomb, like Al Pacino, it's just perfectly placed. And always remember, George Washington cussed like a sailor, and so did lots of other presidents.
Says that Iran violated the peace agreement and the ceasefire agreement. Do you believe that Iran is still committed to peace?
Yeah, I do. They violated it, but Israel violated it too.
Are you questioning if Israel is committed?
Israel, as soon as we made the deal, they came out and they dropped a load of bombs, the likes of which I've never seen before. The biggest load that we've seen. I'm not happy with Israel. When I say, okay, now you have 12 hours, you don't go out in the first hour and just drop everything you have on them. So I'm not happy with them. I'm not happy with Iran either. But I'm really unhappy if Israel's going out this morning because the one rocket that didn't land, that was shot, perhaps by mistake, that didn't land. I'm not happy about that. You know what? We basically have two countries that have been fighting so long and so hard that they don't know what the f doing. Do you understand that?
Do you have to respond to Iran?
All right, Mondani, full-blown, crazy communist socialist, defeated Cuomo in the Democratic primary. Eric Adams is going to run as an independent. He might run as an independent. Sleva is going to run as the Republican. This guy is crazy. Backed by AOC and Bernie Sanders. Hunter sued for $50,000 in legal fees. That's just going to be the beginning. Anthony Blinken wrote an op-ed for the Wall Street Journal questioning Donald Trump's, the whole bombing and everything. It just makes you want to sick. And Donald Trump has now been formally nominated for the Nobel Peace Prize. What he's done in the Middle East, I would think he deserves it, unlike that other president. World news, we've already got it all covered. Pop culture, Katy Perry and Orlando Bloom are on the outs. Sanchez and Bezos are going to have their big shebang in Venice. They had a foam party. Don't you just want to vomit a foam party? I mean, I don't know if you've ever been to a foam party. I have no interest in going to a foam party. And the invitation, they're going to spend, they're asking for donations for this and that and everything. They're trying to buy peace with Venice. Leanne Rimes, apparently fake teeth, fell out during a concert, but she put them back on and kept going. You go, Leanne. Brad Pitt and Tom Cruise got together before the F1 premiere, and they seemed like little buddies there. They said there was some issues in the past. Don't look like it here. Tragedy, Lake Tahoe accident. A boat capsized, only 2 survived. 71st birthday of a DoorDash executive, Josh Pickles. Wow. Apparently a storm hit. Sports Without Boundaries, the NBA draft is tonight. I will be watching. NFL vet guarantees. Well, an arbitrator decided that the NFL was encouraging teams to not guarantee contracts for vets. Uh-oh. Kyrie Irving signing a 3-year deal for the Mavs, $119 million. And Kristaps Porzingis of the Boston Celtics apparently is going to get traded to the Atlanta Hawks. And in history, this day in history, in 1876, George Armstrong Custer, leading the 7th Army, were all slaughtered but a few at the Battle of Little Bighorn by Crazy Horse, Sitting Bull, and all the Lakota Sioux. You know, this was retold. It's kind of a funny remark in this with We Were Soldiers Once and Young, the Mel Gibson movie, where he was given the 7th Cavalry, and he made a reference to that. The 7th Cavalry, not its best moment. It was all Custer's fault. All right, Korean War began this year, or this day in history, in 1950, when North Korea invaded South Korea. Your Shakespeare insult of the day is, do not be a curlish, frothy gorebelly. Just don't be. This is the Bulldog. Every dog has their day. Have a great day.